Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Josh Mathews, your MWS Revolution play commentator for MWS Revolution Impact and MWS Revolution pay-per-views. And today, Josh Mathews, am going to give you my MWS Revolution Reckless pay-per-view review. It has been a long time since Josh Mathews, have been doing the reviews, but here they are. Okay, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Last night's pay-per-view took the commentators for last night's show were me, Josh Mathews, Don Callis, and special guest star Waylon Smithers, the MW's backstage news reporter. So me and Don Callis welcome the fans to the Bowland Ballroom in Glasgow, Scotland, and run down the match card. Josh Mathews, say we will feature Happy Hound versus Michael Scars Minor for the MW Scars Championship. Then we will see Jason the Situation versus Minor Kuma. We will also see the Aces Brothers versus the Crew for the MW's Tag Team Championships in a King of Insanity match. Don Callis gets at the mic and says we will then see General Joey versus Anubis for the NW's Intercontinental Championship. Callis says the main event will be Madness versus Scott Kisigo Esquire in a House of Madness Asylum 2 match. Then I, Josh Mathews, got back at the mic and told the fans to enjoy the pay-per-view as me and Callis go to commentary of MW's news reporter Waylon Smithers, who will now be the mid-man commentator for MW's pay-per-views. As we plug the first match, it was for the NW Scars Championship, First Blood Rules. Happy Hound with Paul Heyman in his corner defeated Michael Scars Minor with Ethan Sobel in his corner. This was the opening match as Happy Hound and Minor traded blows and wrestled back and forth as Happy Hound takes down Minor and slams his head out for a turnbuckles. Then Minor fights back and drops Happy Hound with a Minor bomb. And the Scars of Minor as he beats on him with several steel chair shots, but it does not bust him open as Happy Hound claws Minor in the face and beats him with a candlestick until Minor low blows him and hits him on the head with a trash can and pounds away on him and is absolutely dominating him until Happy Hound spears down Minor and delivers a devastating shooting star press. Happy Hound then bangs Minor's head on the mat until he fights back with a Super Minor punch, which he likes to call, and grabs the Scars Championship and is about to whack him in the face with him, but Happy Hound trips Minor and clocks him in the face with the Scars Championship, busting him wide open as it becomes the new MW Scars Championship. I say and commentate with excitement, we have a new MW Scars Champion. His name is Happy Hound. Congratulations, Happy Hound. But what will he rename it? Connor says, way to go, Happy Hound. Smith says Happy Hound gave Minor a taste of his own medicine, defeated Michael Scars Minor for the NW Scars Championship. Congratulations, sir. Winning new NW Scars Champion Happy Hound via busting his opponent open as this match is in 15 minutes and 25 seconds. Then the Ministry of Joy came on and celebrated with Happy Hound. So the question is, what is he going to rename it? What will Happy Hound say in his next promo? And will Hellhound try to take over him? We don't know. And what will Michael Scars Minor say? Because we understand that Michael Scars Minor is not very happy and that Michael Scars Minor is threatening to sue the NWSRevolution for an unnecessary treatment. Oh boy. More complaining from Michael Scars Minor. But anyway, great match. And then Indie Agents Incorporated Skyback Street, a nervous MWS Universal Champion Scott Kisco Esquire is worried about as NWS Environmental Champion and Scott's husband, Sir Robert Knight, is calming him down and massaging him. Well, they're husband and husband, so it makes sense. And then King Cody Bernard is rubbing Scott's back to comfort him. Yeah, he's comforting him, all right. Right, MW's World Heavyweight Champion Dallas Conham, MW's Intercontinental Champion owner General Jerry tells Scott, don't let Madness push you out. Jerry says he will deal with Madness personally if he has to, he will fight him on an episode of Revolution Impact. Because nobody treats our leaders Scott Casey Gale and Sir Robert Knight that way, without severe consequences. King Cody Bernard tells Scott that Madness is nothing more than a stupid bully who thinks he can intimidate people because he hides behind pain. And what Madness did to you and Robert Knight was wrong and uncalled for, and we, the H Incorporated, will not stand for it. Sir Robert Knight tells Scott that Madness is a peasant, a disgrace to humanity, and a first-class jerk. Scott thanks the H Incorporated for having his back and believing them and said that Madness will pay. Knight kisses Scott on the head and cheek for good luck. Oh boy. And the lips as well. Yes, Knight did kiss Scott on the lips as well. Nice try, H Incorporated. No matter how many times you try to outsmart Madness, it backfires and fails. So nice try. And then me, Carlson Smithers say Scott is too paranoid and delusional as crazy as if he thinks he can beat Madness. As we talk, the next match was Jason the Situation defeated Monokuma with Shane McMahon in this corner. Shane McMahon is now the manager agent of the Agents Incorporated. Bad choice, Shane McMahon. Very bad choice. This was the second match as Jason the Situation Monokuma wrestled back and forth with Jason the Situation taking down Monokuma and beating him from pillar to post. Jason the Situation gives him a far-away slam and an enziguri. Monokuma then trips Jason, eye pokes him as he gives him a DDT and an STU and bicycle kick and goes to pin him. But Jason the Situation kicks on and flips Monokuma over his shoulder and punches away on him as Monokuma spits on Jason and locks him in a claw lock, but Jason the Situation does not tap on and gets out of it as Monokuma drops Jason with an attitude adjustment and goes to pin him, but Jason gets his shoulder up and gives Monokuma a bear hug and body avalanche and a front suplex slam and plants the end of days for the 1-2-3 winner, Jason the Situation via pinfall with end of days as this match lasted 12 minutes. Gotta say, good match, and Jason the Situation continues to be more dominant than ever. And then backstage, and Monokuma, he did not have a good night. And then backstage, a former broadcaster, Matt Striker, interviews the crew and asks them about the Aces brothers. Jesse says Ian and Jack are nothing compared to what the crew is, and just like to Wonder Mounts because they think they are all that when in reality they're just a smidge and tad smarter and relevant than they say they are. And Jesse then says that him and Dallas have brought more prestige in the tag team titles than anybody. So keep your mouth shut, Jack, as Jesse says. Jesse then says, by the way, Jack, me and Dallas are fine and great friends. So choose your words very carefully and tread lightly. Dallas goes off in pipe bomb mode and says the Aces brothers continue to lose their brain cells every day because all they ever do is talk out of their asses instead of their actual mouths. But then again, they have big mouths. And when Ian always speaks for Jack, just like he said he did in it when he interrupted him in the promo. In the promos, Dallas calls it stupid Aces brothers hang up. And then Dallas says that Jack speaks for Ian Aces brothers, then act like a bunch of know-it-alls and cause the people a whole lot of stress. No wonder poor Scott Kisco Esquire and his night partner so but night are depressed and stressed out because of Jack's bullying and Ian challenging everyone. And Ian has once again thrown his weight on forced Scott to defend his MW's Universal Championship this coming Thursday because Ian is too pushy and refuses to wait because all he ever does is care about himself and is just using Jack as a pawn to get himself over. Darlington went on saying Ian does not really care about Jack and is going to face. He's going to fuck Jack over once again in the process. While strong words from Dallas Kahneman, but I think the Aces brothers have proved Dallas wrong. As me, Countess, and Smithers plugged the next match, and it was the MW's Tag Team Championship Kingdom Insanity match. The Aces brothers with Paul Heyman in the corner defeated the crew Jesse as the beat and end up his World Heavyweight Champion Dallas Kahneman. This match got underway as Aces brothers and the crew came to blows and just flat out beat the hell out of each other. Dallas gave a body splash to Ian and Jack on a barbed wire baseball, then crew threw Aces brothers out of the ring as they barreled all the way to the ramp way where they would tables and chairs, and the crew then threw the Aces brothers into the wind and hit them with steel chairs and trash cans and the trash can lid. Then Aces brothers brought back as Ian threw Dallas into a stack of barbed wire face first, busting them wide open. Jack and Jesse beat each other up as Jack broke a cinder block over the head of Jesse, knocking them out and busting them open as he went to pin him, but Jesse kicked out and fought Jack off as he gave him a death belly driver. The crew then got the staple guns out and shot them at the Aces brothers and scraped them with a cheese grater, which made them bleed. Ian then hit an F5 on Jesse and Dallas as Jack gave them elbow strikes and hit a V trigger on them. Jack and Ian set up tables, ladders, and chairs. Dallas and Jesse got their momentum back and hit an aided brainbuster on Ian and Jack. Dallas had an evil look on his face as he dumped thumbtacks and nails on the wingman and body slammed both Ian and Jack on them as Jesse then speared Jack through a barbed wire table into the corner and Dallas powerbombed Ian off the top rope and through a glass table as he went to pin him. But Ian got his shoulder up as Carson Smith, the counter match, true wrestling emotion and passion. As Aces brothers and the crew then traded blows, the ladders came crashing down. Now, both teams went through tables and chairs and were out for cold for 7 minutes as Dallas and Jack slowly get up. Jack dared Dallas to hit him, and he did as Dallas laid Jack out with the Claymore kick into Ian as well. Jesse then dropped the Aces Brothers for a package pile driver, then Cool delivered the sweet chin music pile driver combo to both Aces Brothers and went to pin him, but Dallas got up and pulled Jesse off of Ian. Jesse had a what the fuck look on his face. As Dallas said he had a plan. Dallas then whacked Ian and Jack in the face with a baseball bat and put a flaming cinder block on the back of Ian and Jack's head and was about to break it over their skulls, but Jesse stopped him, realizing it was too much and could end their careers. Dallas got mad and shoved Jesse. Ian then got up and dropped Dallas for T-virus and went to Jesse as well. Jack then laid out the crew with the dirty deeds, and then the Aces Brothers dropped the crew with a 3D through a flaming table and got the pinfall, became the new MWS Tag Team Champions. As Josh Mathews saying, we have new tag team champions. Congratulations, Aces Brothers. Carlos says, wow, what a brutal, sick, crazy match. Smithers then said, Kingdom and Sandy just keeps getting better and better. A big congrats to Jack and Ian on winning the tag team titles. As Josh Mathews say, these four teams gave you the blood, sweat, and tears, and they gave you their souls. Winning new NWS Tag Team Champions, the cool via pinfall, the Aces Brothers, and celebrated with Iron Boone, Dr. Pepper, and went to the back. And after that, they went to the bar. Well, congratulations to Jack, Harvey, and Ian Clean becoming the MWS Tag Team Champions. This was a brutal match. Me, Countess, and Smithers enjoyed countless match with pure emotion and passion. And what would the Aces Brothers say? I mean, the Aces Brothers, I understand. I expected to make a celebration promo celebrating the MWS Tag Team title, the win victory. What are they gonna say? And will the crew respond? And then, anyway, I'm looking forward to seeing the Aces Brothers clubbers to see what they have to say then. And then after the match, Dallas and Jesse have a stare-down and start arguing as Dallas shoves the NWS World Heavyweight Championship in Jesse's face and drops Jesse with the Claymore kick, then leaves. What was that about? Why did Dallas do that? Of course, Matt Striker did get an interview with Dallas asking why he just did that. Dallas says to prove a point and send a message about what to expect at Revolution Mania 4. No, the crew is not splitting up just like Jack claims. I just did that to stick it to the Aces Brothers. He knows Jesse will understand. But the question is, will Jesse really understand? Then how will Jesse retort to Dallas hitting him with a Claymore kick? Could this mean that Jack and Ian were right? We will soon find out when Jesse cuts his next promo and when Dallas cuts his next promo as well. And then Professor Hugo Strangeton gave a preview of the Madhouse Asylum 2 and told everyone what it is all about. There are more surprises on the way. Also, Fairby session with Professor Hugo Strange was shown where Hugo Strange was examining Scott Casey and showing him pictures as Hugo Strange was asking Scott what he saw, and all he saw was madness. Strangeton gave Scott a shot and a blood test and an IV test as well. Hugo then showed Scott videos of his past and then gave him Prozac to calm him down. There was also footage of the H Incorporated visiting Scott while he was in a mental institution. Scott's life partner and husband, Sir Wabanite, and Scott's new best friend, King Caliban, were holding Scott Kisigaro's hands while Hugo Strange was taking more tests and giving Scott more Prozac. Scott kept seeing madness everywhere. Sir Wabanite was then comforting Scott. Of course, Sir Wabanite would comfort Scott. And General Jerry and Dallas Cannon were concerned as well for the leader. As me, Carlos, and Smithers said, things are looking very bad for Scott as we plug the next match. NW's Intercontinental Championship match. General J with Shane McMahon and defeated Anubis, and that idiot King Cody Bernardo was a special guest commentator. Oh, God. And the special guest ref, he was indeed Dan Lambert. This was the fourth match as Jerry and Anubis wrestled back and forth as Jerry gives Anubis a face break and face buster, then a flapjack. Anubis and fights Jerry off as he gives him, as he claws him in the face and gives him a paw drop that knocks Jerry in the paw lock, which is his version of the ankle lock. But Jerry does not tap on, wakes Anubis in the eyes as he locks Anubis in the silent profile. Anubis does not submit as he plants Jerry with the Doomsday device and goes to pin him, but somehow and some way Jerry gets his shoulder up and sprays Anubis in the face with mace and locks him in the silent profile and does not let go, causing Anubis to pass out. Jerry wins and obtains the Intercontinental Championship. winning still the MWS Intercontinental Champion General Jerry via submission and making his opponent pass out as this match lasted 15 minutes and 45 seconds. Now, General Jerry, I guess, is just still the NWS Intercontinental Champion. The question is, will General Jerry re-answer Jason the Situation's challenge for challenging for the Intercontinental title at Revolution Mania 4? And we understand that Jack Harvey and General Jerry are gonna wrestle at Revolution Mania 4 with the ownership being on the line. But will General Jerry do double duty? Only time will tell. And the league, Carlson Smith is plug the main event, give the history of the Madhouse assignment in the field between Scott Kisigo, Esquire, and Madison, how Madness returned. Professor Hilgo Strange said it is now time for the Madhouse assignment. Main event, Madness defeated Scott Kisigo, Esquire, who had so up night in Scott's corner. The special guest commentator, the annoying, obnoxious King Cardi Bernard, who was giving me, Carlson, Wayne Smith a headache. King Cardi Bernard stands up and cheers for Scott in his Cardi mind as he enters the Madhouse Asylum, while me, Carlson Smithers, ignore him and call the main event. The match is underway. At the very start, Scott arrives and looks inside him and looks scared at the side of the place, inside and out. Scott has a chair and candlestick for its protection, but does not get very far when Madness jumps him from behind and beats the hell out of him and throws him into a mud pit and jumps dirt and mud down his mouth and pounds away on him as he takes Scott's candlestick and whacks him with it and sprays Scott with a hose, washing the dirt off of him, then throws Scott into the madhouse, and it is all creepy with strobe light as Scott opens the door and sees all kinds of snakes and gets frightened as he and Madness fight in a room full of snakes and the boy getting bit. Scott isn't able to fight off Madness and hit him for singing upon Kane. Cannon tosses Madness into a mirror. Through a mirror, Scott then drags Madness into the living room and kitchen, snaps the refrigerator door on his head. But Madness quickly fights up Scott and gives him a DDT on the kitchen floor and drags him out of bedrooms and bathrooms, shoves Scott's face in the toilet and flushes it, and then throws Scott in the shower and turns off the shower, and then Madness gave Scott a cold shower, warm shower, and hot steaming shower as Scott was wiping, saying he was burning. And then they trade blows. They fight in the hallways and in the basement and the attic with those creepy bugs, insects in the attic. And Scott sees ghosts in the basement. Hears a lot of weird noises. Madness is all over the mirrors, so they go crashing for the mirrors. And then as a fight, they trade blows back and forth as they both go crashing through a wall into the madhouse compound, where all kinds of craziness happens and things out of the ordinary, such as werewolves, vampires, flying bats, where it's a mixture of the madhouse and the asylum compound. And there's electricity as Madness electrocutes Scott nonstop and breaks a metal pipe over Scott's head and busts him open and drags him into a circus where there are creepy clowns and animals. King Cardi Bernard is very worried for Scott and commentaries. He says this match needs to be stopped, but me, Carlson Smith, our gnome, just call the main event. Cardi says that is very rude and disrespectful for us to do, but we don't care because we're calling the match. Scott then low blows Madness and pedigrees him and gets a shovel and hits him in the face. Scott is proceeding to bury him, but Madness pulls him down into the pit, and they teleport to an outside arena where there is a wrestling ring outside of Scott and Madness wrestle back and forth, and even more craziness happens. And Scott is flipping out and kicking and screaming as Madness takes advantage and beats him down. Then Scott starts to fight back as he hits Madness with a steel chair multiple times. He's about to pedigree him, but Madness flips him over and hits him with a steel chair nonstop. So Robert Knight gets involved, only to get hit on the head with another steel chair and drop the drive you man and thrown on the ring. Scott tries to pedigree Madness again, but Abyss Mode in the end, Abyss Mode comes in and drops Scott with a black hole slam and disappears, allowing Madness to drop Scott with a drive you mad through a table and gets the pinfall. Winner Madness via pinfall with DYM, which is the drive you mad. This match lasted 40 minutes and 55 seconds. Madness then celebrates as the fans cheer for him. I, Josh Mathews, saying commentating Madness has defeated Scott Kisigo Esquire and the Madhouse Asylum is really driven him mad. What will be the condition of Scott Kisigo Esquire? Will he remain in the insane asylum? Has Scott lost his mind? Carlos says Scott is beyond crazy and mad. And will he see Looney Tunes again as he did in 2017? Smithers said Scott Kisigo Esquire is a Looney Tune. I, Josh Mathews, say what a pay-per-view for awesome matches. The fans got what they wanted. We have a new Scots champion in Happy Hound. We have new tag team champions in the Aces Brothers. And there will be an Aces Brothers tag team championship celebration party. We are out of time. Good night, everybody. Carlos says, see this Thursday on Revolution Impact. Smithers thanks the fans for coming. The pay-per-view goes up the air with Scott Casey unconscious and Sir Wapanite checking him. And then here's what happened when the pay-per-view went off the air. Footage of what happened when the pay-per-view went off the air. Sir Wapanite and King Cody Bernard are shown helping Scott up as he is going insane, and Scott and Sir Wapanite and King Cody Bernard are accompanying Scott as Jerry and Dallas are also there very concerned. Scott then keeps seeing madness as they help him back in his room and stay with him. Hugo Strange gives him a head exam and more IV test medicine, which makes him fall asleep the rest of the night. As a worried Sir Wapanite is comforting his husband Scott Kissingale, saying he will get better, and King Cody Bernard is comforting him as well. And anyway, that is our anyway. I Josh Mathews will indeed be waiting this pay-per-view a 5 stars, a 10, and I'm rating a 10 out of 10 and an 8 triple plus. What a pay-per-view! So and Revolution Impact will indeed be in Edinburgh, Scotland, the hometown of Jack Harvey and Ian Clean, the new NWS Tag Team Champions. And the question is, what will Scott Kisigo Esquire have to say? We understand that Waylon Smithers is going to give an update on Scott Kisigo Esquire sometime today. So what is the condition? And we understand that Scott Kisigo Esquire will be defending his Universal Championship in the main in in the main event. But this Thursday, and we understand that Scott Kisigo will be defending his NWS Universal Championship in the main event and Revolution Impact in the hometown of Ian Clean. Will Scott Kisigo Esquire be a man of his word when he not have the H Incorporated not get involved in the match, or will he go back in his room? We will find out this Thursday in Revolution Impact, and like I said, Waylon Smithers will be doing this Thursday's Revolution Impact review, and he will be giving an update on Scott Kisigo Esquire. Anyway, that is all Josh Mathews got to say. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the NWS Revolution YouTube channel for all your breakdown previews, reviews, promos, face-to-face confrontations. Like the NWS Revolution Facebook page and follow us on Twitter, NWS Revolution. Make sure you download the NWS Revolution app and network for $9.99 for all your pay-per-views, Revolution Impact, and the past impacts, and what you didn't see on the air. Anyway, you'll have a classy night. Keep it classy, a class A. Josh Mathews out. Thank you for watching, and namaste. And oh, by the way, namaste.